My guest is Mayor Sara McCullough, who is mayor of the town of Shallotte. Mayor McCullough, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for inviting me, Jim. It's my pleasure.
Thanks. Tell us how you got involved in the town of Shallotte.
I got involved with the town probably within a few years of retiring to this area. Started out, as many do when they're new in the area, as volunteering. And soon realized that in order to get some things done that really you were passionate about, best thing to do is join the troops. So when Carson Durham was our mayor, he had started what was called the Appearance Committee and asked me if I would chair that committee, which I did for the next 10 years.
And that's how you and I met.
That's how we met, yes.
You were, I call it the Beautification Committee, you call it?
The Appearance Committee.
The Appearance Committee, but that was 10 or so years ago, and since then you've worked your way up to being our mayor at this point.
That's right, yes.
There have been a number of recent developments in Shallotte. One of them is the Smith Avenue improvement. Could you tell us about that?
Do you remember the fence? The ugly fence?
I do.
We had the Smith Avenue project on the drawing board for 10 years before we got funding to do it. And we were all excited about the project, thought it was a very good project. Main purpose was to eliminate the backlog at the intersection at Walmart that we used to have. That project went very well until the day the fence went up. And that caught us all by surprise. My phone started ringing. Everybody knew I'd worked for 10 years to make the town look better, and here goes this ugly fence. It took a lot of negotiating with DOT, but we finally got permission to take the fence down. And if you've probably noticed recently, they're in the final stages of landscaping that project. We probably will work on putting some additional street lighting on that intersection. I think it looks a little dark in the evenings. But that is probably 95% complete now.
And can we say it's been a great success in terms of the traffic flow?
Yes.
Good,
yes,
good.
The backlog has been eliminated.
Another area you've been working on is on Willis Road. Now, I had to ask you before the broadcast where Willis Road is, so tell our viewers what's going on there.
Willis Road is the street that comes off Village Road or the lower end of Main Street that goes by the new Food Lion Shopping Center. And when that center went in, that road was put in with a lot of nooks and crannies that really didn't help the traffic flow. So we have redesigned that. They've started construction. I anticipate, weather permitting, within the next 30, 45 days, we'll have that finished. It will be a straight shot from Willis Road straight to Main Street without all of those little jogs and stop signs.
Hopefully by the time our viewers see this interview,
it will
be completed.
Free-flowing, right.
Now, I know you have a long-term vision plan here in Shallotte. Tell us about that.
Our vision plan was approved by the town in the year 2008. And the main thrust of that vision plan will be a complete remake of the streetscape on Main Street, as well as putting emphasis on our river, our waterfront. We are fortunate to have a river that goes right through the heart of our town, but we, at this point, really don't have much to accentuate the river. Okay. If you were to go down either Wall Street or Cheer Street, that's where the prettiest part of the river is in Shallotte. Mm-hmm. The vision plan provides for mixed-use development down there, hopefully a waterfront, shops on the ground floor, perhaps businesses on the second floor, if it's 3 floors, having condos on the top floor. That's something that, while you don't see much happening now, in order for that to happen, there's a lot of behind-the-scenes work. There's ordinances that need to be changed to get us in a position that all of that property currently is privately owned, and the largest parcel is owned by a gentleman that we think probably will want to retire within the next 10 years or so. We're hoping the developer will come in, purchase all that, and start developing.
Excellent.
The town has taken advantage of the depressed economy and bought some of the vacant parcels that go down Wall Street and Cheer Street in preparation. And we're right at the moment finalizing plans for a town park to be down towards the water.
And that leads me into my next question. Let's talk about, and we all know of the challenges of the economy in recent years. What about new business in Shallotte? After all, Shallotte is a business community.
Shallotte is a business community, and things have been slow for the last 5 years. I see signs of encouragement.
Excellent.
We
Good.
just had a planning board meeting this past week and had 3 new site plans for review. That's probably more than we've had in the last 5 years at one meeting. We've had a number of new restaurants come to town.
That's true.
We have a new one that was just approved. The site plan was approved this past week. Smithfield Barbecue's coming to town.
Outstanding.
So things are picking up.
Most of us know about Smithfield Barbecue.
I would think so, yeah.
What's your greatest challenge as mayor? What challenges you the most on a day-to-day basis?
Probably working in all the things that need to be done in an orderly fashion. Being mayor is not a difficult job, but it's a very busy job. And while it's always an honor to represent the town, no matter what the occasion is, it's sometimes difficult to get them all worked in one day. You have days where you're in meetings from 7 in the morning until maybe 8 at night, but then you have, in between that, you have days where you can catch up in the office. So,
I guess technically it's labeled a part-time job, but it's a full-time job.
well, depending on who's mayor. I'm one of these people, I'm hands-on.
Right,
And
I know.
in order to keep up with what's going on, I want to be there. I want to be a part of it. We are so fortunate to have a wonderful board and a very capable staff. We probably have the most stable staff that we've had in years at
That's
Town
great.
Hall.
That's
And
great.
that makes my job, our board job, much, much easier.
I know you and your board do a great job of promoting the town of Shallotte. Tell us about some of the upcoming events.
We're just getting ready to kick off our farmers market for this season. We spoke last week with, I don't know if you're familiar with the Mostly Bluegrass Society.
I am.
Okay.
I play bluegrass music.
Do you? Well, good for you. They used to have an annual festival in Shallotte. They had difficulty getting a venue that would accommodate their needs, and they moved out of Shallotte for 3 or 4 years. They're coming back.
Great.
This first year that they'll be back the 25th of May, and it will be at Riverside Park. That is a smaller venue than what they would like, but to get it back into town, they're going to start there, and hopefully when we get our new park down near the water between Wall Street and Cheer Street, we will have an amphitheater, and our events can be held there.
Terrific. You've already told us about the town's vision. Tell us where you see the town 10 years from now. Paint us a picture and tell us what it might be like under the best of circumstances.
What I would like to see is more small businesses in town, more shops that would be geared for tourists. We're sitting right in the midst of 3 beaches, and
Right.
those people, while they come to town to have dinner or go to the movies, there's not a lot for them to do in the evening other than go to Planet Fun. We'd like to see shops where they could walk around town, browse in the stores.
Sure.
With that comes, you know me, you've got to add flowers.
Of course.
I look
Of course.
for downtown to be a walking community that just looks like you're so welcome to be here.
Great. Mayor McCullough, we thank you for being here today. It's been most informative, and we hope you'll come back and see us again sometime.
Thank you, appreciate
Thanks
it.
again.
Thank you so much.